Hey everyone, welcome back. Tecton Fool here. We're back at that colonial pasture that was featured in an earlier video. The main reason I wanted to do this video was last night we got a substantial rainfall. 1 inch plus of heavy downpours, which saturates the ground a lot. And in theory, it should give me a little bit greater depth out of my machine. With the greater depth, I brought a bigger shovel in hopes of causing less damage and still digging a nice, neat, clean plug. Should be able to get down to that 10-inch plus mark with a shovel like that a little bit easier and cleaner than you would, say, with a garden trowel. I do have my garrett, which I don't leave home without. That is the second most important piece of equipment you should have, along with a good metal detector. I run the Garrett AT Pro, and I also brought my knee pads today, mostly so that I don't go home with soggy knees. So, join me on the adventure and see what we get. Alright guys, we got our first good signal of the day. It's a little bouncy on the VDI for my liking, but I haven't had much luck in the last few minutes, so I figured I'd shoot this. Fingers crossed it's maybe a coin spill, and the reason for the jumpiness of the VDI would be, say, a quarter and a penny right next to each other in the same hole. Well, stay tuned for what we get. And I didn't film the digging of it because I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be trash. It's just a beaver tail from an old can pull tab. Alright guys, off to the next beep. Alright, we got a really good signal right here, but it's only a couple inches down, so it's probably a fresh drop. Well, let's find out. Oh, little piece of crud metal that probably came off of a boat or something, because the boat launch is right here. Is the boat launch, that gate right there. Alright, let's find something else. Alright guys, we got another good hit. Really hoping for a coin this time. It's a solid 53 on the VDI, which generally indicates a nickel or a pull tab. It's kind of a 50-50 shot, even can slaw, some kind of other junk thing. I usually don't get my heart set on these. Usually when my machine, the AT Pro, hits 50 on the VDI, it's like a dead giveaway. It's going to be a nickel. 53 is a little bit more up towards that coin range. I also spared you the digging of the plug, because we all know how to do a proper plug and what needs to be done. So, let's get in there with our garden trowel and our pinpointer and see what we get. Pick a little bit of these weeds out of the way. So, well, it should be out worm hunting. This is probably the 50th worm I've seen today. We'll put him up on top of the plug and make sure he gets back in the hole so he doesn't dry out. That way we'll have good fishing bait later. That'll make another good video. Well, right here in the bottom. Oh, let's take a look together. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. Definitely a nickel or something. Ooh, looks like a buffalo on it. I don't want to scrape too hard, but I'd say that's a buffalo nickel. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and scrape it with my muddy, dirty fingers. We'll get home and wash it up a little bit. So we'll set that to the side over here. We'll rescan it again. Make sure there isn't multiple coin drop. And then we'll replace our plug and make it look like we were never here. Finally, a decent coin of the day. Alright guys, we got another good target. I usually don't film the surface finds, say 2 to 4 inches. But because we've been lacking on the targets today, I decided we'll shoot this one. And this is a good example of why I don't dig the plug first when they're shallow. Because a lot of times you should be able to pick it up right with your pinpointer. zero in on it. Now, this ground is very soft today due to mostly the rain we had last night. So I'm just going to dig in with my fingers and see if I can't feel it without digging a plug. Oh, it's right there already. It's probably a modern quarter. Shoe bee shoe before I get stung. And there it is. It's also been clipped by the mower. And it's a modern quarter, which is very beat up. Oh, oh. And I gotta flip my lanyard around because I keep picking up my D-ring on it. But that's it. No digging. Barely even tell we were here. This stupid thing. And there you go. See you on the next beat. Oh, see you on the next beat. Okay guys, we're back at the giant rock of display that I like to use. And I just want to point out again, which I probably will in more videos also, on the trash to treasure ratio. There's far more trash than there is treasure. Don't get discouraged. Persistence pays off in this hobby. Now to the goodies. I got the crusty, mowed up, newer quarter. I got a nickel that was 2 to 4 inches down. Some of these you'll see in the video also. That's a weedy. That's just a stinking Lincoln, and that's a stinking Lincoln. This is the creme de la creme of today's hunt at the Colonial pasture field. Although it's not a colonial coin, it is a buffalo head nickel. And I will post some good pictures of our finds all cleaned up at the end. So stay tuned.